if I had to start over in dating, these are 3 mistakes I would never ever do again. You see, I'm about to reveal 3 things that not only I'll do differently, but I'll really make sure that no one has to witness. And if you're doing these things right now, you may want to stick around to find out what exactly they are, so that your life or your dating life can change as soon as possible. You see, once you get in your first relationship and you break up, that's probably one of the worst phases ever, because you feel like because one girl has said yes, you potentially know how most of them are going to say yes. You know, being the nice guy, being kind, being sharing your chips when they said that they weren't hungry. You know, and that was me. I thought I had it figured out. You know, I just came out from a breakup and I was like, yeah, I know how girls work. I got a sister. I got experience with women. I get it. And then I learned the game. Not only it crashed and burnt me, but it slapped me in different ways I didn't even know was coming. I got finessed. I got the, oh, if you like me or if you're interested in me, you send me money. And I sent money. I did. You see, I was looking for approval. And I was trying to be the guy that had it all. And you see, let me explain the money thing, right? I thought I had to prove to her that I could take care of her. I thought I had to prove, that's the word, that's the problem. I thought I had to prove to her that, you know, I got it. I got you. And that's probably what some of you are doing. So that takes us to number 1. Stop trying to prove yourself. You see, when you try to impress, get her to say yes too easily, or just not having the boundaries and not focusing on your self-worth, a price is going to cost you. Now, let me make this very practical. When you see her as the price, you become the sacrifice. I repeat, when you see her as the prize, she's out of your league, she's the girl of your dreams, that sacrifice is you. So how do you prevent that from happening? Doing things that are normally uncommon to you. If you don't normally go to 5-star restaurants in central London, or you don't normally travel women out, or you don't normally travel in general, then don't change who you are for her. Like, stick to your boundaries. Stick to what you do. Are you a Nando's guys? Go Nando's. Do you like going for walks? Go for walks. Do you like going for bowling? Go for bowling. But don't ever, for a hot second in your... This is mistake number 1. Don't you dare try... Okay, you're setting up the first date, and she's now suggesting that she wants you to take her out on a date. Take her out for food, right? Something sounds like the normal stuff that women opt for. I remember there was a time where I took this girl out. She picked the place and the drinks were going. I don't drink alcohol, right? So as she was drinking, I was like, okay, that's the first drink, that's cool, no problem, it's fair enough. I'll just have 1 drink and I'll be alright. Round 2, second drink. Round 3, second drink. Round 4, round 5, round 6, round 7. I was like, you drink quite a bit of alcohol. And that's exactly what happens when she picks the battlefield and not you. You have no control over it, right? So you're now there thinking to yourself, right, so it's now time for the bill and it's quadruple of what you budgeted for. Don't you really have money? You just didn't think that date was going to cost you that much, especially considering it's the first date. So my point is, the conflict setup is very simple. when she now picks the terrain, like you give her the ability to decide where she wants to go on a date, my brother, you've already lost. Especially if she picks a place that you're not familiar with. Always be familiar with where she's taking you to. Never ever go on the first date and you don't know what the hell's going on. That's the first time she gets to meet you, so she needs to see you in a comfortable space. You see, I'm able to share this because I was playing by the wrong rules. Never ever, like, I've been on Hinge, countless dates, countless. I've been on all these dating apps. What I want to share with you is a very simple strategy, okay? You say, hi, how you doing? Oh, you comment on the picture. You say, it has to be some sort of attention-grabbing message. Oh, even if it's cheeky. Oh, okay. Oh, so you're into this? I didn't know that. Oh, what? Is that an anime picture? Right? So it has to be an attention-grabbing hook. Cool. You start talking, like, you know what? I really like the vibe. Let's move up to the next stage. Cool. Let's set up a call. Or let's talk on the phone. I want to hear your voice. You want to take her out of, you want to constantly take her out of her comfort space, because in order for her to be disarmed, not only she needs to be out of her comfort zone, but she needs to feel like she's reacting rather than responding. Because if she's responding, then she's going to think logically. And women are always looking for reasons not to go out with you. Why? Because they're distrustful. They don't trust men. Rightly so. Okay? So she's going to be looking for reasons not to discredit you. So you need to give her reasons to make her feel as comfortable as possible as soon as possible. So this is why things like punchy messages like, oh, hey, hi, I'm really interested in you, they don't work, because you're already showing her that not only you're not getting, she's got a guard up, because instead of you making her feel like she can relax, you're making her feel like she needs to put a guard up because, oh my gosh, this guy's not even used to this. Right? So in order for you to appear or give her the comfort, you need to appear like it's something that you're used to. And even if you're not used to it, the best way to handle it is by not caring about the outcome, because that's exactly what the guys that are used to it do. I finally hit rock bottom. I realized that it wasn't about nice guys never win. And that is true, by the way. That is so true. Nice guys will not win. And it wasn't even about being the nonchalant guy that I thought I had to now become, which I did become unintentionally. But that was due to trauma. When you chase validation, picture this. It's like you going into an office and saying, can I kiss your foot? No woman is going to respect that. So when you chase her validation, you're placing yourself, like when people say that you're treating her as the prize, I want you to picture this. I want you to picture this image in your head. You're basically putting her in a pedestal and you're saying to her, please, can I kiss your feet? And if you want that woman to see you as a leader, you may be using the wrong strategy. Okay, so remove the idea of needing to approve or gain her validation. Okay, because as much as you're learning about her, she's learning about you. So you need to level the playing field. You're not the prize, unless you see her as the prize. But you're definitely on an equal level. Like you see her for a human being. She's a normal human being. Yes, she may have looks. Okay, you wanna normalize it? Think of her in 70 years. Is she still gonna be this banging woman? Probably not. If she's wearing a lot of makeup, think about without makeup. You wanna neutralize the idea of her being this super being, because women don't like that. They might tell you they like that, but the truth of the matter is the people that they like that from is the people that see them already as equal partners. So that advice wasn't for you in the first place, because you're already at the bottom. They don't even notice you. So if they don't notice you, most of the advice they're giving you is not for you. Let me make that clear. If they can't see you, the advice they're giving you isn't for you. So you need to get to that level where they can actually see you, and then some of the advice they're saying or giving is based on you. But if you're not visible, bro, it's probably because you're trying to validate and get her approval. So I need you to lock in, because I'm about to give you the one thing I learned about this whole system that changed everything. I'm gonna give you a 4-step process that completely flipped my dating life. It's from sending money to girls just so that I could get their attention, to attracting women that dated multi-millionaires and somehow picked me instead. Now, I'm not a multi-millionaire yet, but if you've gone out with those type of guys and come to me, and I'm not even trying to compete with them, I'm just being me. Okay? I'm trying to teach you regular guys, normal guys, like myself. I'm not normal, to be fair. You're definitely not normal, but you get the point. I'm gonna show you how to get this going. Okay. So, number 1, build yourself first. You see, no matter how much external work you do on yourself, that is, you could get a better job, you could get a better house, you could get a nice car, you could get some nice friends to be around, you could have finances or good physique, none of it can outdo your insecurities. You see, there's something I'm learning from Buck Proctor at the moment, which is the outside will never change until the inside is stabilized. So if you've got insecurities you're dealing with, you've got to deal with them properly. You've got to confront them, because unless you deal with them, you're always going to be a step behind. You're always going to feel like you need to outwork yourself or put in more effort because the inside problems are still there. So work on yourself first. And what I mean by that is, why do you feel how you feel? Is that how you want to feel? Take charge of your emotions. Take charge of the actions you want to implement. Take charge of the person you want to become. Reinvent yourself. So that's step 1. Step 2, do not play the approval game. Like I said in the previous videos, listen, it's that real. She needs you to try to approve. If a woman said these things, hey, listen, I want to know what you bring to the table. Run. If a woman says, no, I want to pick where we're going, run. If a woman now says, I need you to prove to me why you're worth my time, get the hell out of that room, bro. Whatever you want to do, if you don't want your bank account to finish, if you don't want to be ruined because of one thing or the other, the only reason why she's asking you those questions is because she doesn't see you as an equal. If she saw you as an equal, she would be respecting you. Not even respecting, but treating you as someone that she sees as a human being. The only reason why she's asking you that is because she feels like you need to prove yourself. And if you need to prove yourself to her, then you're already in the wrong bracket, you're in the wrong place, you're in the wrong room, and you need to get the hell out of there, because all she'll do is drain you until she realizes that she's got no interest in you in the first place. So never try to prove yourself. Don't get into the approval game. It's a losing game. Cool. Number 3, create boundaries and standards. Now, what I say to most of my clients is, everything changed when I said, I'm going to create this box. So I've mentioned in some of my other videos how I dealt with some of the issues I had with some of my exes, double messaging, triple messaging, not getting a response. I created this box where I said, if I have to step outside of it to entertain your BS, I'm out. And the reason why that box was very clear is because I made that very clear to them from the start. I said, listen, if I have to call you more than once, and it's not an emergency, and by the end of the day, you still haven't responded to my messages, I'm done. And it's not because I am this high value person. No, it's simple as the way I see it is, if a president messaged you, would you really take 24 hours to respond? I don't think so. If you know, a multi-billionaire that could change your life tomorrow messaged you and said, hey, listen, this is what's going on, you'd probably message or respond back within an appropriate time. So based on that, and I'm not saying that I'm those people, but if you can do that for them, then why do I get the 48-hour to 72-hour treatment? I ain't right. So set your standards so that she knows that, okay, I already know what he doesn't like, and I'm not gonna I'm gonna show him the respect that he needs in order for me to maintain that sort of space. When I first started dating my wife, I said to her, listen, whatever you do, don't ever call me any names. I won't call you any names. Don't let me double message you. Why? Because it's something that I struggled with. And it's not because I'm in this, oh my gosh, I'm this guy and that. No, it's simply because these are my boundaries. I don't like having to put myself through things that, like, don't read my message and ignore it. Acknowledge it and respond, or just give me a call instead. And the same for her. I was like, listen, what are your boundaries? So as much as I said my boundaries, I'll give her the chance to give me her boundaries too. Because I see her as a human being. I see her as an equal. I see her as someone that I can also respect, right? And because we created this space where we now basically said, these are my agreements, these are your agreements, are we cool to go? Yeah, we went from there. And that's what allowed us to not just add and remove some stuff from it, but really build a strong foundation where things were clear from the start. You're not gonna get surprised at me now saying, do you know what? I don't like what you've done there. I'm like, what do you mean? I made it clear from the start. So I don't have to get to myself to that position. Or for instance, she doesn't like me shouting at her. Okay, so you said, I'm not gonna shout at you. If I'm gonna speak to you, I'm gonna speak to you as an adult. I'm gonna say, listen, I don't like what you've done here. And my tonality is going to be controlled. I'm not gonna scream at you, hey, because I know your boundaries. Could be because of trauma, whatever the case is, but set the box. If you have to step outside, if someone can't respect your boundaries, they shouldn't be around you in the first place. Especially if you struggle and you're this kind person that I used to be, that didn't know how to say no to people because you didn't want to offend people. You see, I grew up in a kind-hearted space or kind-hearted home, so I had to learn the hard way how to not just set boundaries, but create a space where if I have to step outside of it, I gotta cut it off. And it took a lot for me to learn that, but now that I've learned that, the people that appreciated you and the people that don't look at me as a, stern prick or whatever the case is, and I don't care because, hey, this is the price of standing up for yourself. Okay? So that's number 3. Step number 4, leverage the power of options. Now, if you watch some of my other videos, what I always mention is, don't be the guy that's one of her options. Be the guy that has options. So don't be one of her options. If you can sense you're one of her potential guys, you need to have just as much options as possible if you're dating. Because let me make this clear. If she now feels like she's the one and only in your life, and she's got options, and you know that she's got options, oh boy, you're playing a losing game. It's gonna end up treacherously. It's bad. I've dated girls, right? That all sorts of girls. I've dated girls that had OnlyFans and whatever, and one of the things I learned from them is play their game. If they have options, then have options. You're in a dating scene, have options. And be honest about it. Don't even lie about it. Say, listen, this is my situation, right? I'm seeing people. And if you're not okay with that, I respect it. I get it. And that's one thing that you should never jeopardize, your integrity. Because the moment you jeopardize your integrity, you're looking for their approval again. So every action you take should be towards mutual respect, but not approval. And it's a very thin line. But you see, once you can maintain that line, not only she's going to respect you, but you're going to be able to get multiple options or multiple women being attracted to that too, because it's scarce. Guys today are scared of rejection, scared of confidence. So you being able to place yourself in the position where you're being honest with her and say, listen, I'm looking for the right person. And not for me to look for the right person, I need options. Right? I'm a good guy. I'm a handsome person. I look after myself. Right? And that's what I say to my clients. You stay honest. I'm dating. I'm seeing other people. You know, when my wife came to me and she was like, "When's the last time you slept with someone?" I was cheerful. I ain't to lie about it. But some of you do. And that's when it becomes approval. And the moment they sense that you're seeking their approval, you start playing the losing game. So maintain your integrity for the sake of showing her that you're not scared to be true to yourself. And because of that, she can now sense that this person is consistent. The problem with approval is you showing her what she wants to see, and once you get what you need to get, it's done. You need approval anymore because you got what you wanted. So this is why my advice is tailored to men that are actually looking to take things further. Because if you're just looking to date, just be what she wants you to be. You'll be fine. And the approval stuff works. You know, you can do experiences, borrow your car's friend, your friend's car, whatever the case is. But if you want longevity, if you really want that woman to stay for the long run, you gotta be real with it. And you've got to show her that you're not scared to be that. And I'm telling you, women are attracted to that because it's scarce. When something is scarce, it's desired. Okay, it's about having options. It's about becoming the kind of man who values becoming himself more than anything. The moment I embraced the idea that I'm the prize, my dating life skyrocketed. Now let me finish that sentence. I'm not just the price, but I attract likewise prices. People that think just as much of themselves. I stopped seeking approval. I stopped being afraid of rejection. And I started living for myself. And that's when everything changed. So if you want to guarantee that things will change for you too, I guarantee you take on these 4 things, come back to me in a month and tell me this didn't work. I'll say, look, you know what? Maybe the books I read, the training I've gone through, the experience I went through, I'm sorry, man, you gotta figure it. There might be something wrong somewhere. But I can guarantee you, some of the guys I've worked with, I've gone from single to engaged. Some of them saved their marriage. Some of them overcame a heartbreak that could have destroyed them. So please believe me when I say I'm my first case studies, but other people have trusted me to look after them too. And if you're that person that's looking for more guidance, then definitely reach out on the Calendly link, where I'll be taking you through my 12-week coaching process, where by the end of that process, you're going to be able to attract the woman you desire. So if this sounds of interest, book the link below. If not, please like, share, and subscribe. And share your insights. Guys, big up. We're flying. I can't believe how quickly this is all happening. But I gotta shoot off. So guys, I'm rooting for you, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.